Hi guys, this is George back here with another video, and welcome to another news update where today we are going to be talking about the brand new RMC Hybrid opening at Hershey Park in 2023. We've been waiting a while for this announcement. However, yesterday, as of recording, it was finally announced. Of course, Wildcat was an old GCI wooden coaster that opened at the park quite a long time ago. I believe it was 1996 that it opened, however I'm not 100% sure. But this was a special GCI because it was the original GCI, and it didn't have the best reputation in the coaster world. It was known for being very rough and a bit of a basic layout. However, for 2023, it is going to be getting the RMC treatment. And I would like to point out, before I start talking about my thoughts of this, it does look quite different to the original layout of Wildcat. Of course, Wildcat used to feature a twisted first drop. This one won't. This one's going to have just a normal first drop, and it's going to go into a very unique inversion after that as well, which apparently is the largest of its kind as well. However, I forgot what the park are calling it because, of course, with the USA and RMCs, they tend to like to give their elements very strange names. Of course, you look at something like Storm Chaser, Kentucky Kingdom, that's got some strange names on there. And then from IAPA last year as well, we saw some, oh no, that was actually S&S, wasn't it? But we're seeing some weird names for different elements on different rides. Now, for example, at IAPA last year, when S&S was showing off their new Axis coaster, they branded one of their elements on there as water in a bucket. So we're seeing some very strange names for different elements now, but oh well. So before I show you the announcement of this new roller coaster, we're going to talk a bit about it. So the name of this coaster is going to be Wildcat's Revenge. I do quite like the name, however I do think it is a little bit basic. I think they could have done something a bit better with it, however it's fine. In terms of track length, we're looking at 3,510 feet of track, so it's not one of the longest RMCs, however, I do think it is still going to be a fantastic ride. We're looking at a maximum height of 140 feet here. This is interesting because with the lift hill that this has got, it's got the same style of lift hill as Iron Gwazi or Zadra, and this of course is a lot smaller than those two rides, so it's interesting to see that they are going with this style of lift hill. However, I do think that these lift hills look really impressive, so I do think that's going to work out well for Hershey Park, and I feel like that's going to be quite good marketing material for them. We're going to be seeing 4 inversions on this ride, which is the most out of any RMC in the USA. Of course, the current holder of this record is Untamed, which is branded to have 5 inversions by the park. They claim it to have 5 inversions, however, one of them is a little bit debatable. If you look at it, an on-ride POV of Untamed, it doesn't really look like an inversion. When you actually experience it, I have done Untamed of course, when you're actually on the ride, it does feel like an inversion. However, it doesn't necessarily look like one. However, it's not a full inversion. You definitely go beyond 90 degrees. However, you're not quite at 180 degrees. So it's one of those debatable ones, really. But this will feature 4 inversions, which is the most in the USA. And of course, that is on par with Steel Vengeance. In terms of max speed, we're looking at 62 miles per hour for this, which surprises me, to be honest, because it's not one of the tallest RMCs. However, it's got some pretty good speed to it, and hopefully it'll carry its speed well as well. RMCs are known for carrying their speed really well throughout the layout, so I think this is going to be a pretty fast-paced coaster. So yeah, and in terms of vertical angle as well, it's going to feature an 82-degree drop. So yeah, not far from vertical, but when you're on these RMCs, they do feel like they are steeper than they are. Untamed hasn't got a vertical drop, however, it does feel like it's not far off from vertical. So I'm now going to show you the announcement video for Wildcat's Revenge. then guys, you've just seen the announcement video there for Wildcat's Revenge, and in my opinion, I think this ride is going to be absolutely fantastic. It doesn't look like it's going to be the most airtime based RMC. However, I reckon this will probably be around on par with Untamed. I've done 2 RMCs, Untamed and Steel Vengeance. However, I think this is going to be one of the better RMCs. In terms of the RMCs below 200 feet, I think this might possibly be the best one. Of course, we've got Airy Force 1 opening next year at Fun Spot Atlanta. I think this could potentially even be better than that. And then in terms of the 200 feet RMCs, it's not going to be a Steel Vengeance topper. I can see that now. It's not going to be a Steel Vengeance topper. Iron Gwazi and Zaja, of course, I've not done yet. However, I'd absolutely love to experience them at some point. Hopefully next year will be the year that I get on one of them, or maybe even both of them, we'll see. But I do think this is going to be an absolutely fantastic RMC, and I do think it will be the best one below 200 feet, or maybe around on par with Untamed or Wildfire. Of course, Wildfire's not quite 200 feet, and then I haven't done that one yet. But I reckon this will be around as good as Untamed. And I love Untamed. Untamed is a top 3 coaster for me, so I do think I'm going to rank this very highly if I was to go on it, which, who knows if I'll get to Hershey Park next year. I'd love to say yes, however, at the moment, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I would love to get to this park. It looks like it has a good coaster lineup. But other than that, that is now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly, follow me on Twitter at George Kelly, and check out my other YouTube channel at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.